Hey everybody, it's Brittany and Lindsay live at ETA Hand to Mind. We're excited to walk you through a lesson from our 4th grade Hands-On Standards book. The lesson is focusing on comparing and ordering numbers.
And let's take a look. The objective for this particular lesson is compare and order 1 through 4-digit numbers using less than, greater than, and equal to. You can see here in this teacher's guide that we have sections that tell you how to talk about it, solve it, more ideas for extending the lesson, and even a formative assessment. What we're going to be guiding you through today is actually the hands-on part, trying the problem out. So here's the problem that you're going to pose to your students. In 1 month, the 3rd grade collected 1,378 cans for the school's recycling program. The 4th grade collected 1,783 cans in the same month. Which grade collected more cans in a month? So, as part of ETA Hand to Mind lessons, we always have a component where they are getting their hands on the math activities. You can see here the materials that you will need, and we're going to be working with base 10 blocks today. So to start, we're going to work with the 3rd grade total cans collected, which is 1,378. So you're going to have your students model that. We have over here our base 10 blocks, which I'm sure you have in your classroom. They're one of our absolute favorite and most popular manipulatives. We know that these are our ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So your students would model out 1,000, 100, 200, 300. I'm going to stack those now that you've seen them. 70, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 8. So we have 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's read that all together. 1,378. Okay, now we want your students to also represent that by drawing out what they modeled using the base 10 blocks. So for this particular problem, and I always like to write it to the side, they're going to draw 1 of our cubes. They're going to draw 3 of our 100 squares. They're going to draw 7 of our 10 sticks and 8 of our little cubes. There we go. Okay, so let's compare that with what the 4th grade collected. And they collected 1,783 cans. And see, I've always found with my students when the numbers are similar and they contain all the same numbers just in different orders, that's when they really can run into simple errors or confusing mistakes. And by having them model this out and then draw it, it makes these numbers much more concrete so that they can more accurately compare them to see if it's greater than, less than, or equal to. So let's start over. For this quantity, we have 1,000, 700, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 783. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 1, 2, 3. And so again, I'm going to take this concrete model and represent it here on my activity page. 1,783. So I'm going to draw 1 of our cubes. I'm going to draw 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to draw 8 of our 10 sticks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3 of our little cubes. And so you can see both in building them and just in looking at the pictures which number is larger. And you can help walk your students through seeing, which place value is it where the differentiation comes between which has less and more. And we know that the thousands place is the same here, but when you get to the hundreds, this clearly has many more. So 1,378 is less than 1,783. Okay, the next thing you can have them do is talk about it. You can have them extend this activity with more ideas. We provide the formative assessment, and we also have these great independent practice pages, both for the skills practice to reinforce your lesson and also to extend it with the math, talk, and writing component. And what I love to do with these is take my copies and put them in our ETA Hand to Mind Clearview paper savers, and I use these a couple of different ways. First of all, I might just put them in these and then put them out at a station where the students do have their own paper copies, but this is there as an example. Maybe I do one problem as an example or write a tip or something on the copy that's in the paper saver. Or these could be at a station that you are just having students use an erasable marker and they're just doing a quick practice and maybe checking with a friend, so that this can be used over and over again if you don't want to make copies for the entire class. So these are super exciting, and if you come back to our Facebook page tomorrow on Friday, we are going to be giving away these Clearview paper savers for our Friday freebie. So be sure to come back and enter for a chance to win.